What's up, guys? I am back. New content on the channel. This is Project Cars 2, which I've never posted on this channel because I've never played the game before I just got it. This is Formula Rookie. I'm in the Asian Championship doing a race at Sportsland SUGO. I've never raced this track before in my life. I've never played Project Cars 2 before in my life. And I just decided I was going to get this game because I'd heard good things about it. And frankly, when it got delisted on the stores, it was kind of to me like, oh hey, I never really played this. I should go find this and play this. So I found the physical version, and I purchased it on eBay for like $14 or something. It was very cheap for me to hopefully get some good enjoyment out of. I mean, if I paid $14 for it and then never played it, I'd be upset. But I'm planning to play it a little bit, and frankly, what I have played of it, I am enjoying. But I think there's a bit of a learning curve. I have no familiarity whatsoever with this game or with this franchise. And so that manifests itself in a couple of different ways. First of all, I don't understand the AI at all in terms of just how to balance it, for instance. I think probably I had the AI a little too easy in qualifying, so I upped it for the race, and I think frankly it was still a little too easy, probably. But it seems like the AI just really had a different skill set than I did, where I would maybe struggle with certain turns and they just took them flat, like like it wasn't a problem at all. So I think the AI is going to take some fine tuning just to figure out how to interact with those guys and figure out what's best. I think also just the cars. I don't know if this is a handling thing or if this is a well, I know it's a handling thing. I don't know if it's a Project Cars 2 thing or if it's a Formula Rookie thing, but I found these cars to be extremely loose in the back end. I mean, I was having to take turns a lot slower than I thought that I needed to take these turns just because I was losing the back end so easily. I mean, I was doing a practice, and you can kind of see it there. I mean, I'm fishtailing all the time. Just I have to take things so slowly, and I think it was good in terms of having minimizing the learning curve. I think it was good that these from the rookie cars have 4 gears, so there wasn't much of a question of what gear I should take most of these turns in. I mean, it was either first or second, depending on if it was like a slower or higher speed turn. And I learned the hard way in practice that you can't take any of them in third. And I mean, maybe you can, but I certainly was not having any success whatsoever taking anything in third. So that was I think a pretty quick thing that I learned. I'm definitely still struggling a little bit with the cars. I think that that's going to be the kind of thing that I probably will get a better handle on as I drive the Formula Rookie cars more. And then I'm really interested as well to see what happens in the next stage of my career in this game when I go on to some different cars, and ultimately I think Indy cars in this game. So you can see a situation where I work my way up to IndyCar, but I'd like to see how these other cars handle, because when I tell you that this is my only experience with Project Cars 2, I mean it. I mean, I got the game, I started a career, and I recorded this video at this race, and then I am now making the commentary for this video. So when I tell you that my only driving experience in this game is the Formula Rookie cars at Sportsland Sugo, you have to trust me. This is my only experience with the game at all. So by no means is this any sort of review or anything. I will say that I've enjoyed what I've played. I thought this was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to getting the AI a little more dialed in. I'm looking forward to getting my understanding of the cars a little more dialed in to hopefully maximize my experience and maximize my enjoyment, because it does seem to be a very well made game, and I've always heard really good things about the game. And frankly, it holds up well, I think, in terms of appearance too. I mean, I am I'm somewhat of a stickler just for wanting games to look really good. I mean, it really takes me out when I see a game that just looks that looks old or just looks bad. And maybe I shouldn't be that way. Maybe I should care more about physics in a racing game. And I do care about physics, but frankly, you can have the best physics in the world, but if it's a hideous game, that doesn't take away, I don't think, from the value of the physics. But frankly, I'm probably just not going to give it much of a chance, just because it really takes me out of it to see it look not good at all. And I'm not sitting here telling you that this is a photorealistic game, because it's not at all. And I think there are other games, Gran Turismo 7, F122 to a certain extent, that are more modern and look better in terms of being more lifelike when you're looking around on the track. But I have a lot of problems with those games as well. F122, for example, I've been unable to connect to online racing with my main PSN account for over a month now. So it's about a month and a half now, actually. So that's game breaker for me, right? Like that's terrible. I've lost pretty much everything in terms of tracking my progression online and such. And I've had to do league races on another account. I had to miss one league race, and then have had to do other league races on another PSN account created just for this purpose. So that is a game breaker for me. Gran Turismo 7, the AI is just absolutely terrible. I mean, I think that there are a lot of good things about Gran Turismo 7, but the single player racing is just absolutely terrible. Just from the standpoint of, they start you in last and everybody else on the track is a potato and you pass them all, right? I mean, I want a bit of a challenge, and I think that is one good thing that F122 does. And it seems like that's a good thing that Project Cars 2 does as well. It seems like the AI does have a little bit of teeth and can really fight you on track. And I did a little bit of research, just some very quick research, as far as what should I think about aggressiveness? Where should I set aggressiveness? And it seems like the take is set aggressiveness to 100, the max, and then tweak the AI difficulty level based on how you're doing compared to the AI. And I'm working on that. I'm trying to dial it in. We'll see. We'll see where it gets me. I don't, by any means, just want this career series where I win every race by 30 seconds, right? It's not fun. It's not going to keep me engaged, and I think it's going to be a lot better for me just in terms of engagement, of staying invested in it, if it's somewhat of a challenge, a bit of a challenge. And I'm hoping to get to that point where I can make that work. But I am enjoying the game. I think it's cool. I got a car with a cool livery, this Bolton Engineering or something like that. I have no idea if that's a real team. I don't know if they made these up. I have no idea how that works. I chose the Asia Championship because Dubai Autodrome is one of the tracks, and a friend of mine, another creator, William Lebowski, has posted videos on Dubai, and I just thought, I think he did it in AMS2 or R Factor 2, I can't remember which, but I just thought this track looks awesome. I would love to race this track. And then I got Project Cars 2. I was scrolling. So if you're not familiar with the career series, you start a career, and then there are like 6 tiers, and you can start wherever you want. I chose to start at the bottom, and you can kind of work your way up. And at every tier, you get a couple choices. And one of the choices that I had here was, do I race in the Asia Championship, I think the U.S. Championship, or the Europe Championship? And of course, the tracks change based on that, right? Like, I think in the U.S., Watkins Glen was one of the options, which of course is a track in the U.S. And then the Asia Championship, of course, as I mentioned, had Dubai Autodrome as one of the tracks. And I've wanted to race that track since I saw the Lebowski video where he showed a video there. I just thought this is a very cool track. So not only am I just excited to figure out the game, I'm excited to experience some of these different tracks that I've never gotten to experience in a racing game. And some of these tracks, of course, I will have experienced before. I've raced Watkins Glen in NASCAR games years ago, so it will be, of course, a completely different experience for me here when I get to race it, but it's a track that I have seen before. And of course, there are all these European tracks that are tracks that you've raced in other games, whether that's GT7, F1, ACC. I mean, there are tracks that I've seen before, and I'm sure I'll see some other tracks. But it's cool to also experience some new tracks. For instance, this track I never raced before. I never raced before I started this the practice session prior to this race. So that's fun, to just experience new tracks and experience new cars too, right? I've never raced the Formula Rookie car. Um, I've done different cars, of course. I've done F1 cars. I've done GT3 cars. I've done some Baster stuff in GT7. I've raced the Honda Fit, I think it was, in GT. So I've definitely raced some cars, some different kinds of cars. But the Formula Rookie for me is a different experience, and I haven't mastered it by any means, but I'm looking forward to improving. And I did get my first win, but I think that might have been more about the AI not being good than it was about me being fast. So I'll continue to fine tune this AI and continue to get better at the car and continue to just figure out the game a little bit better and try to maximize my enjoyment and maximize the content enjoyment, frankly, too. So um, thanks for watching. I hope you'll stick around for the journey, and we'll see what we've learned next time.